Today, the Democratic National Party is announcing that some rather significant changes are in store for the convention that is planned for the week of August 17th here in the city of Milwaukee. And I would say that all of these changes have been driven by the pandemic that we are experiencing, not only here in the state of Wisconsin, but as a nation. But it will significantly change this convention and the experience that individuals will have here in the city of Milwaukee. There is some good news. The convention will continue. It is going to be the week of August 17th, and it's going to be 4 nights here in the city of Milwaukee. And over the last few months, whenever I've been asked about this issue, I've said repeatedly, there are several things I know for certain. One is that the Democrats are going to hold their convention here in the city of Milwaukee, and that they're going to nominate their next candidate for president here in the city of Milwaukee. And both of those statements have borne out to be true. What I've also said repeatedly is the key word following that is nimble, because no one could have ever predicted what we have experienced as a nation, as a world, as a city over the last 4 months. And given the events of the last 4 months, and just given the events of the last couple of days, it's impossible to predict what the convention setting will be, specifically the week of August 17th. One of the other things that I have said, though, repeatedly, and this has been borne out by the announcement that the Democratic National Committee is making today, is that public health would be paramount. Public health of delegates, public health of attendees, and public health of those of us who live here in the city of Milwaukee. And to that end, the Democratic National Convention has announced today that it is asking state delegations not to travel to Milwaukee. What this means, in essence, is that the voting will occur virtually. And although there still will be events here in the city of Milwaukee, the delegations themselves are being asked not to travel to the city of Milwaukee. For every convention, there are also auxiliary events. There is an opening night delegate event. There is a media event. There is a volunteer event, which are vast undertakings and involve a lot of people, a lot of volunteers, and a lot of money. The Democratic National Convention has announced that it is not holding those events for this convention as well, which should come as no surprise to anyone. In addition, the auxiliary events that so often are current or that are held during a convention will not be held as well. What is clear is that Milwaukee will remain the stage. It will remain the national stage for the Democratic National Convention here in the city of Milwaukee. The event will not take place at the Fiserv Forum, according to the Democratic National Committee. All of the events will be moved to the Wisconsin Center, which lies approximately 2 or 3 blocks south of the Fiserv Forum. So the events will take place at the Wisconsin Center, but again, they still will take place during the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night of the week of August 17th. So these decisions are being made basically on the advice of public health experts at the national level, at the state level, at the local level, to ensure that delegates, residents of the city of Milwaukee, and others are not put in harm's way. And I'm very, very proud that public health is at the top of the list in making the decisions that are being made today. Obviously, this is not something that I'm excited about. It's something that I've always felt we as a city can be proud of, that we were chosen to host this convention, and the convention still will be here, but it will not be a convention like we have seen in past years for obvious reasons. So I just wanted to share with people the information that I have received. Conversations have been going on over the last couple of weeks about what to do, how to proceed. And again, at the end of the day, the public health concerns are paramount. And that should be no surprise to anyone when we realize that 27 states right now are experiencing new cases are increasing. There are only 13 states where the cases are mostly the same, and probably 10 to 12 cases where the cases are dropping. So unfortunately, we know that we are still in the first phase of the COVID-19 crisis. And out of an abundance of caution, the Democratic National Committee has taken these steps.